Not just throwing javelins, she's rewriting the collegiate record books. Lianna Davidson.
Whoever's doing the graphics is fucking up because the school record is not changing in 2 weeks.
I was kind of like, ooh, that hurts a little bit. Because I just knew everyone would be like, oh, freshman just kicked your butt, you know, like.
Can you give me an impression of a sorority girl who's drinking for the first time going out downtown?
Guys, oh my god, where's Brad? Like, I need him to come help me. I'm falling over. Oh my gosh, there's just so much alcohol. I don't know. What are they drinking? Yeah. Like, everyone was really impressed at A&M when they saw that video of me beer bonging it because a guy tried to do half of his Four Locos and puked right up. And I was like, guys, you don't have that Aussie genes. So.
And this is stuff you only hear on the Underdawgs podcast.
Move out of the way because I'm Massimo Baloo and I'm here to bring you the #1 podcast at UGA, The Underdawgs.
The Underdawgs podcast is the #1 podcast at UGA. I'm Massimo Baloo.
Mitchell Holt.
And let's see. Big guest today. I'm not doing the introduction. It's Mitchell's big moment.
I know. First time doing the introduction with the new best guest because I'm doing the intro, so obviously it's going to be amazing.
You can't do that just because you're doing the intro.
No, of course
it's not the best guest just because you're doing.
No, of course it is. She's the best guest because she's amazing in her own
right.
right. But
so
it only just adds to it's like the whipped cream on top.
You're so narcissistic.
I'd like to agree, yeah.
Thanks. Someone gets.
Wouldn't want to be introduced by anyone else.
Oh,
yeah.
Thank you. Thanks, freaking Italian guy.
Wow.
I know. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, today we are talking to Lianna Davidson. And let's be clear, she's not just throwing javelins, she's rewriting the collegiate record books. Originally an Aussie, then an Aggie, and now she's a dog. Lianna crushed her UGA debut, letting it rip with a 63.79 meter bomb, ranking 3rd in college history and smashing the former school record. This isn't just a thrower, this is a straight up force. Lianna Davidson.
Hey guys, great to be here. Really excited to get chat.
Yeah?
Yeah. No,
because I was talking to Alex the other day, and he said, oh, she's not going to be a problem to – it's not going to be a problem to have her on the podcast because she talks so much. Sometimes she doesn't have enough oxygen
Yeah, he loves to say my oxygen levels run out. He's like, how are you breathing right now? But
yeah.
I don't know. He just can't keep up with me. I like to say I have a lot of personality. He's just down here. He's a bit dull.
Yeah.
A lot of personality.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I like where your head's at.
Yeah.
So does the conversation ever stop? Like I know there's a lot of people, you're in the car and it's just...
Yeah, no, I honestly think sometimes I need to collect myself. And even in competitions, like Alex said to me the other day, he was like, bro, you need to lock in. I'm like, no, if I lock in, like I'm throwing bad. I need to talk. And that's what I did in the competition. I was just talking to them, chatting shit the whole time. So
I watched your 63 throw and you're just like, you're so happy about it. Like it just nothing happened. You're like, oh, like you didn't even celebrate. You're just like having, like laughing, jogging over. I'm like,
yeah, like I was laughing with them beforehand. I get on the runway and apparently Mustafa said to the boys, they're like, oh, she's going to throw super bad. She's laughing up there. Like she's not serious. And then I go out and do my bigger throw. And he's like, how does she do that? And that's just how I am, yeah.
So I don't know if this is when you broke the school record, but Alex told me there was so you talk a lot of shit apparently before throwing. And I don't know what that means. I tried to ask him a bunch of times. I don't know what that means. But moving on from that, he told me just before throwing, you walked to him, and this is stuff you only hear on the Underdawgs podcast. You walk to him and you're like, if you buy me a steak and you cook me a nice steak, I'm throwing more than 61 meters.
Yeah, actually, he specified he wanted 61.69. He said he enjoyed that number. So if I yeah, literally that's what he said. So he said if I could further than that, he usually cooks us steaks on the weekend sometimes if we buy it and bring it to him. So he was like, I will buy your tomahawk steak and I'll cook it. And I was like, oh, I'm coming out. I'm fucking bombing this shit. So, and then I did, and he was like, so I was like, I'm expecting the fattest tomahawk steak after this. That's all I'm saying.
How was it?
I haven't got it yet because I went back to Australia. That's what I'm saying. He still owes me. But this weekend, apparently it's on. So we'll see. See if he lives up to his deal.
He better be a man of his word.
I'm hoping so.
Wait, so why was it this weekend? When did he tell you that it was this weekend?
Well, originally I had to go back to Australia, so I left right after the competition. I only just got back, and then we traveled. So he was like, it has to be after we actually get back, and we're back with his grill and all that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, because his Instagram story is just cooking.
Just food. Yeah.
It's
every day
insane.
for all the boys. He had steak for breakfast the other day, and yeah, I was like, you could have invited me then. I would have enjoyed it.
Sounds delightful. Because your morning routine on Instagram, it is so like rainbows and kittens, and then it hits like 3 o'clock, then it's like 2 Red Bulls.
Yeah.
But it's like,
I'm like, I need the energy drinks to survive at that point. That's only on gymnastics days, to be fair. That's all just, for the Instagram. Sometimes, like today, I slept until like 9:30, so.
Oh, that's so nice.
Not like that, yeah.
It's like, oh, because what, you were like the 6 a.m. was the one I saw?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, picking Alex's fat ass up.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
Guys, when I tell you, he lives 200 meters, not even, away from the gymnastics area. He makes me pick him up on the way. And I'm like, it's literally quicker just to walk, but the guy doesn't care. He's a fatty, so he just likes to.
No, he's more worried about important things.
Yeah.
Like, because I think you drive a Jeep, right?
Mm-hmm.
How is that true? I am the biggest Jeep hater you'll ever meet in your life.
Okay, see,
Yeah, why?
Because I drive a fucking Jeep.
Yeah. If you drive a Jeep, you know, like, all the shit that goes down. What is it? What's the acronym? Just emptying everyone's pockets. That's the acronym
That's
for
a
Jeep.
really good one.
You know the
That's a good
acronym
one.
of Fiat?
No, I don't. I'm sorry.
Fix it again, Tony.
Oh.
And as an Italian, I can say that, by the way.
That's so bad. Yeah, see, no, I'm not a fan of driving my Jeep. I'm not going to lie to you guys. But it gets me from A to B, and it's my car in America. I drive on the other side of the road anyway, so it's a bit of a, if something happens to it because I'm on the other side.
Like,
so
oh no, my bad.
Oopsie. Slipped in the wrong lane. My bad, but.
So I want to know, all the Jeep talk, you guys do whatever you want. Like, I'm actually going to talk about interesting things.
All right. Well, ignore me and my Jeep hate. It's like, whatever.
I want to know about your team. What are some of the team dynamics? The level is really high right now.
Yeah.
Really high. Unbelievably high. High to the point where one does a record 2 weeks after the one demolishes it. Not demolishes it, but breaks it. Pardon.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Pardon.
Heard it all. Yeah, no, it's great. I mean, Nebraska and all that are known as JAVU, but I like to think we're taking that over. We did a sweep in the men's and women's javelin the other day at Florida. Mark and Mustafa went 1 and 2, and me and Manuela went 1 and 2. It does make a very interesting training group. I'm not going to lie. Like, there is a lot of competition. I think you kind of see it. We'll come out and throw. And if someone's throwing really big, it's kind of like you have to match that sort of level. You can't have any days where it's like, oh, I'm feeling it a bit. I'm not going to do too much. It's like, literally, you better lock in and kind of actually get out there and throw. But I'm very lucky. Mustafa's only new this semester. And he's pretty talkative himself. Otherwise, the group is very, I would say, serious, which is so okay. I mean, the javelin squad itself, which obviously they have huge goals, but me and Mustafa like to joke around a fair bit, and it is pretty fun. So
I don't think I could ever see you being serious in my entire life.
no, I am really bad about it, and like that's what I'm saying. Everyone tells me like you need to lock in, and I'm like, guys, I physically can't. Like,
don't listen to that.
Yeah,
don't
it freaks
listen
me
to
out
it.
too much.
But so we're preparing the interview, right? Because we know you're coming, and we're looking at UGA athletics and their post, and we see Lianna Davidson, athlete of the week, breaks school record, and then 2 weeks after that changes, I'm like, okay, they fucked something up. Whoever's doing the graphics, he's fucking up because the school record is not changing in 2 weeks.
Unfortunately, it did.
And it's
It's okay.
It's fine. I'm fine.
right, and it's a freshman who broke it, so obviously.
I mean, there was 2 years between us, freshmen. I don't know. No.
So immense talent on her.
Let's stick in the javelin deeper. All right.
And I'm putting myself in your position. I'm like, you are fucking incredible. Let's leave that outside for a second. You did something incredible. I think everybody in this room acknowledges it. Everybody at the track and field and whoever follows track and field is like, shit, that's pretty incredible. That's not something you see every day. But then I want to know, how do you feel about the record being broken? Yes, it's one of your teammates. Yes, you got to be happy for them. But deep down, what's going on?
Deep down, I mean, it was a little bit, in the moment, I was like, oh, wow, awesome. She just hit the world standard, blah, blah, kind of came over. And I'm not going to lie. I think after the competition, when everything had settled down, I was kind of like, ooh, that hurts a little bit. Because I just knew everyone would be like, oh, freshman just kicked your butt, and I mean, yeah, I think the thing I had to realize was, she's done this amazing achievement. It doesn't take away from what I did a couple weeks earlier. I also wasn't a 3 week. That was my 3rd week competing in a row because I went back and I had like 30 hours in airports of traveling to Australia. So I'm like, if I was fresh, maybe I could get it again. But I do think like it really does motivate. Like we just motivate each other to kind of like just bump up, and hopefully like throughout the season we're just like, here, and then someone's jumping and we just keep jumping each other. I mean, I don't think either of us are done yet. Like I think there's definitely way more in the tank. So hopefully we see that over the next couple of weeks and going into the bigger meets where it actually matters a little bit more. But not gonna lie, yeah, it was a little bit of a tough one to accept at first.
And like when you're going into practice and you like, you said, you was like, all right, if someone throws far, you have to throw just as far, if not farther. You go back to the next practice, there's some tension.
Yeah.
There's like, all right, you threw that far, I'm gonna beat you in every single drill. There's nothing that you're gonna beat me.
That's just human.
Yeah, and that's where especially like our other teammate as well, Erin, she's probably one of the most competitive people ever. So we even do just like overhead backs and all these tests that like aren't kind of relevant to javelin, but not really. And she loves to kick our butt in it. Like she loves to make it a little challenge. I think we're doing standing long jump. She beat me by 1 centimeter. I was like, oh, I'm coming back. Like I'm getting you. And that's just how it is. Like our group is really competitive, where it is like, even with Mustafa, I watch her throw and I'm like, what was that? And then like, it's just a lot of banter, but in like all in love, like we do push each other in a good way.
Yeah.
So it's awesome.
And you guys have a great coach.
Yeah. Awesome.
Don Babbitt, he's been here for a long time. He knows the game. He travels all around the world to find new talents like you, right? And I want to know, is that the reason why a lot of people want to come here? Is it because of this coach and what makes him special?
I mean, yeah, Don Babbitt, like literally, Coach Babbitt's a legend. Everyone knows him. He was a javelin thrower himself. He actually just made a little post the other day. It was pretty good. If you guys can find that photo, you should post that.
What did he post?
Him throwing in the dual meet, and he's got the whole little uniform on. He's got the tiny little shorts. I said, where are the rest of your shorts?
He didn't even update the uniform. He's like, let's go vintage.
And Babbitt is in his 50s.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, he's a dad of his girls are around my age as well. Yeah.
There's something about 50-year-old men loving to wear
shorts that are way
shorts.
too short.
Oh,
Yes.
we call them budgies in Australia.
Budgies?
Yeah, all the guys wear them to the beach and stuff. It's just the little
Like, it's, like seriously.
Yeah, and we have like different patterns too with the beers on and everything. I'm sure Alex has a pair. Let me tell you, I can imagine him whipping them out of the
dangerous,
beach.
too dangerous.
They
But
are.
it's so funny. So you're telling me this guy's gonna be out there wearing a Speedo, throwing a javelin, see like a cheek fly out, he's going over like, hey, bro.
One of the most respectable men in sports.
Oh, absolutely, absolute
and
legend.
then you imagine him in a Speedo and he loses all dignity.
No, he's pretty modest now. Just back in the day, his fits were hilarious. But I mean, yeah, he's literally a legend. Couldn't throw near as far without him. And it's pretty funny because his coaching philosophy, I do think, is so different. Like he's very big on less is more, as where other coaches would drill you into the ground. And I mean, that's just the results speak for themselves.
You said there's lessons more?
Less is more.
Less is more.
Yes, my
Okay.
bad. Sorry, speak a little bit quick, but yeah, he's awesome. So.
Yeah.
No, it sounds like he's awesome.
And he was part of the reason why you wanted to come here to Georgia.
So actually, I wanted to sign with Georgia to begin with. He did reach out, and I was unfortunately the year of COVID, so they were like, "Oh, we don't really have any money." I signed to A&M the day after. He goes, "Oh, Lianna, we can get you a scholarship." Blah blah. I was like, "Sorry, I already signed." But there was a couple schools there that reached out. It was very hard during the COVID years because a lot of them were struggling money wise. But I mean, again, I wouldn't change my A&M experience for the world, regardless. But yeah, I'm really happy where I am.
Yeah,
right
because the way you just rolled your eyes and looked up to the side tells me that this A&M experience was just so romantic. You want to tell us a little bit about this?
now. Yeah. Okay. Like I loved A&M as a school. I mean, people think it's a cult. It is kind of a cult. Let's be real. But it is a very fun school and awesome to be a part of it. But track and field wise, I don't think it was in my best interest per se, but met some of the greatest people ever, so I wouldn't change that for the world. Like I'm still best friends with a lot of them today.
I thought the ROTC program ran that school. So like what do you do for fun there? I thought it was just kind of like you're stuck in that experience.
No, like I don't know. There's a lot of bars. Like it's called Northgate. We go downtown.
Okay.
That's pretty fun. It's kind of like equivalent to downtown, but it's a bit different. Probably not as many bars or fun like that. But no, it is really, really good. A lot of sports, really. That's all it was, kind of as well. Sports.
Okay. So you were a icon on campus. You're a student athlete. You
No.
are what's going on.
Track and field, no. Like that's literally only football. I just remember like my first time rocking up to our like nutrition dining hall or whatever it was. All the footballers in their cars, and I was like, holy shit! Like,
There's something about that oil money that gets you right.
I was like, wow. Even just like the NIL money and everything, all of them are getting, and I'm like, whoa, like this is some crazy sort of shit. But I mean, that's college for you now, so.
I want to get into the NIL money maybe later, but I want to know, what was your welcome to collegiate sports here in the U.S.?
Honestly, like, this is going to sound kind of bad, but I was kind of versing a lot of really talented people in Australia. We do have 3 in the top 8 in the world right now. So I kind of went to a lot of competitions versing them first and would always finish like 4th or 5th, so nothing impressive. So when I came to my first collegiate meet here, it was kind of like, it was a shock with all the shit you get here. Like, you're getting uniform, you're getting the most amazing facilities, nutritionists, like physiotherapists, I don't know, psychs, all of that. Like, it's a wild experience with that. But it is kind of like the competition level for me, it was kind of, people were telling me, like, you've been in way bigger competitions than this. And I still freaked out my first competition. But, yeah, it was a little bit easier, a little bit mediocre. But now it's building a lot more. Yeah.
You said easier. Are we talking like we finished our first competition second, third?
First. I think it was first or second, in Arizona.
As a freshman?
As a freshman, in Arizona. Didn't open amazing. Just had a couple crossovers, but yeah, so.
And she wasn't even trying that hard. She was playing baseball 2 months earlier.
Yeah. It was my first time, honestly, like taking javelin seriously and like full on training. So, yeah.
I'm trying to wrap my head around this. You're just having fun playing baseball. You make it to the Youth World Series, and you're like, all right, let's go throw javelins for fun.
Yeah.
Let's go to America. Let's try it out. So first meet, we're gonna have a good time, and you get first.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
yeah,
what the fuck? What the fuck?
you have to imagine the level. Like, I was versing like a 2-time world champion right before, like a couple weeks before in Australia. So it's like, NCAA level is insane, but the javelin specifically, probably at that time, and this one competition in Arizona at spring break, it's more of a chill meet. So I was kind of freaking out, but everyone was like, why? Like, you have the marks in this to easily just go through and kind of kill it. And I kind of, the first couple throws were rough, but after that I was like, oh, like, and it definitely gets harder. Like, don't get me wrong. My first year, NCAA finals, I did dog shit. I got like 15th, I want to say, or something in the
What
NCAA.
happened in that meet?
I peaked really early. I peaked at the Florida meet, like, third comp of the season, and it was just like I ran out of gas. I've never been used to like competing back to back. In Australia, we start our season way earlier and like we break it up into segments, but yeah, we went back to back to back, and my body was just holding out on me. So
you
good.
come in the United States, you get used to the culture, you integrate the values of A&M, dear God, in yourself. Did you guys have any rivalries? Like, did you feel the rivalry with any other school, any other athlete?
Yeah, I mean, like I mentioned earlier, Nebraska is kind of known to be JAVU. Unfortunately, they have not unfortunately, I am friends with some of them, but that's a bit bad.
But the rest of them you hate.
No.
Like, there's 3 girls I'm friends with.
No, but like it's an insane squad. They have like 12 or something javelin throwers, and they are kind of the squad that you do aim to be. In my opinion, that's who I was always like, yeah, I'm gonna beat these guys this weekend. We just did. We just sweep them at Florida. So
Okay.
yeah, and people talk about
Just, like,
JAVU,
punch my
JAVU,
shoulder out real
yeah,
quick.
JAVU, and Nebraska. I'm like, who are you talking? Like, that's Georgia now. Like, let's be serious. So yeah, I mean, I'd say that's the main rivalry. Mizzou, Texas A&M now, I guess, is kind of rivalry for me. But I'm just like, you know, like
Really?
they all, yeah.
As a former, you feel like I want to beat them.
Only
really bad.
because, yeah, they are, like, their coach is a javelin coach, and it's kind of like, a lot of them still I'm obviously mates with, but it's still kind of like, I don't want to lose them after making this big move. It's like, that'd be a bit, you know. So,
Well,
yeah, I got to go in hard and be like, yeah, that's what you lost, you know.
what you lost?
Yeah. That's a
What do you
bit
mean what
brutal.
you lost?
I mean, you know, transferring usually, when you transfer, it's probably not in the, you know, they're not very happy about it, let's be real. So,
right. But it was your decision.
Yeah. I had a bit of a rough time in the end there, unfortunately, and I just believe, best interest-wise, track and field was definitely a lot better at Georgia. So,
was it disagreements with the coach? Was it? With
I
the
mean,
athletes?
unfortunately, I had a few run-ins with some of the coaches and everything there.
So you're like, okay, so Don Babbitt, like, what do you got going on? You still got that one spot for me?
Yeah. So
like, come on, let's go be a
honestly,
Don.
like when I was considering transferring too, I was like, honestly, if I could get Georgia again, like I would love it. And I remember when I was in the portal, like, or even just considering it, everyone was like, oh, it's going to be really hard. You're only an outdoor athlete. You only have 1 year eligibility. Not many people might want you, all this stuff. And I entered the portal and I freaked out because, like, I didn't really get notifications or anything. And then I didn't realize that it does take actually a moment for you to hit the portal, and like everyone, and then after that, I literally got like every school I could ever dream of. And I was like, oh, people were trying to freak me like out of that decision for so long. Like, I wanted to honestly like consider transferring after my second year, and I just kept getting talked out of it. I was like, oh yeah, okay, you guys are right. And then after the third year, I was like, no, like this isn't happening. You know, I kind of, my one goal was the 2024 Paris Olympics. When I didn't achieve that, I was like, you know, and that was, I don't, you know, think it was just myself. Like, I am to blame, obviously, but I think there were parts of the school and stuff that did affect me kind of qualifying for that team. So that's why I was like, no, this is in my best interest. Let's go, Georgia.
What's
go
the deal
home.
as an international to make NIL money?
So you have to technically go home and then figure out like companies that want to work with you, but you have to do everything based in Australia. So that's where it does become like really hard, because at the end of the day, we're based in America. So to do a trip back just to sign a deal and figure that all out, just because it affects your visa and everything. So that's why that's the issue.
Did you bring it?
Whoa, Marmite. Ooh, it's a knockoff.
No, it's a mock-up. It's the better version.
No,
So we
Vegemite.
discussed it, and we decided that Vegemite were not cool. We talked with them about sponsoring our podcast, and they said no.
They said no.
And
know.
we decided that
Marmite.
Marmite is the name.
Our new sponsor, that we barely know the name, Marmite. This is going to be an amazing product. Vegemite can suck it, all right?
I would say that too. I'll say it in sponsor.
Thank you. It's like, what, my mouth is going to prune up after I eat it? Like,
Exactly.
excuse me?
We're going to go back to the episode with Alex on, and he had the Vegemite hat.
I have that exact hat, guys. I copied Alex.
Well, I'm
not
glad
gonna
you didn't
lie.
bring
He
it, because
likes
we
it.
would have blurred it.
Yeah, you would have been like, we're sponsored by Marmite now.
Marmite.
So.
That's the real deal.
Have you guys tried it?
That's what the real Australians eat, right?
No, it is what the real Australians eat. Marmite.
I'm not really a Marmite fan, I'm not gonna lie. Have you guys tried it?
Not yet, no. I mean, I don't think she's Australian. I mean, it's got the
Do I have
accents.
an American accent yet? That's honestly.
I think you have a
Yeah.
southern accent.
Do I really?
But I did see a great impression. That you did.
I have done a really
Can
good
you
one.
do an impression
Yeah.
of
Please.
a southern
Okay,
accent?
so it is. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little valley girl. Alex hates it when I do it. Tyler hates it too when I do it. I love to do it, but
We
here
love
we go.
impressions.
So guys, I'm gonna go to Starbucks and get my pink drink, and then I want to go to Whataburger and get the biggest burger ever.
That's really fucking good.
Yeah, right? Like literally put me in a sorority house. At
No,
that
I've
point-
had a conversation with someone probably this week like that.
Exactly. And I'm like, put me in a sorority house at that point because I would be brilliant. That's what I'm
So
saying.
let me give you a little bit of context then. Let me make this a little bit harder for you. Can you give me an impression of a sorority girl who's drinking for the first time going out downtown?
Guys, oh my god, where's Brad? Like, I need him to come help me. I'm falling over. Oh my gosh, there's just so much alcohol. I don't know. What do they drink? Yeah, Four Locos. I know that's a big. Oh, the Four Locos. Yeah, I don't know.
What do
It's
you big? No, that is like.
for White Claws, Four Locos. I
Four
don't-
no,
I've-
you're a
Four Locos
degenerate if you're
so
drinking
bad.
Four Locos.
I've been
No,
going
but
to
if
Four
you want to
Locos
do it right,
my
if you want
freshman
to,
year.
did you ever
Like-
did you ever shotgun but also put in the shooter?
No, I've never done that. Unfortunately, I know
for
that's
the
a cool one though.
degenerate. Yes.
In the
correct.
Four Locos.
Yeah. So you crack it, you drink a little bit, and then you pour a shooter into it as you're chugging it.
I don't know about that. I mean, I did, like, everyone was really impressed at A&M when they saw that video of me beer bonging it because a guy tried to do half of his Four Locos and puked right up. And I was like, guys, you don't have that Aussie gene, so what can I say? Yeah.
Wait. You chugged a whole Four Loko and didn't throw up?
Yeah, no, it's chilling.
I had a sip of a Four Loko one time and I threw up.
Oh, it was
Oh,
it's just
guys,
hilarious. No, it was
guys.
hilarious. He comes up to me and says, "This is the worst thing I've ever had in my life." And he hands me the drink.
That's
I
why
was like,
you
"I
beer
can't do
bong it.
this."
That's why you beer bong it. Can't taste it. So, like, it's just going right
bad.
down.
It's really the worst thing I've ever had.
Yeah, honestly.
But that, like, how many? Because that's like 24 ounces too.
Yeah, it's big.
You
We've
fucking
played
beer
pub golf
bong
and-
24 ounces.
Yeah, like, we're pretty big drinkers in Australia. I mean, Alex hasn't told you all about this?
No.
No, yeah, we drank. We played pub golf when I was like lately back in December. It was so good. You go to 9 pubs, like 9 holes,
Yeah.
and then you have to have like a certain amount of drinks at every single pub. So it's like a big one, and then you have to have a shot at like every certain. I think it's every second or third one it is, and then you have water holes, so you can't water hazards. You can't pee at those bars as well, and you're just drinking an insane amount of liquid. We also played a card game where you're flipping. So most bars you're having 2 shots and a full. It had to be a tall glass as well, and you're just chugging it, and you had to do as little mouthfuls as you could to win as a team. Me and Jono won. We were pretty good. I did it every single drink in 1 sip. So
That's
what can I say, guys? It's like what?
I think I'm in love.
Yeah, honestly, like, it was a good time. And everyone, as a partner, because we did a random draw to make it fair, but everyone was like, I hope I get Lianna. I was like, honestly, come on
now.
Yeah, like, come on. It's the greatest
I
drinking.
love that. That's fantastic. By the way, athletes have fun too.
Yeah, I'm like-
let's come out with this.
I'm like-
Athletes do this stuff. They
Yeah.
have fun when they're off season, when they're not competing.
And I
They
think
do
like that's
this.
such a big thing because so many people think like we're just really serious. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Like right now in season, I'm probably I'm taking it seriously. But like
do you-
outside,
I'm sorry, you say that, but I still look at you and you're like the most unserious person I've ever met. Like, I'm
like-
so serious right now. Like everything's going great.
I'm not gonna go out the right before and like just drink a shit ton the night before or like anything like that. But yeah, like I enjoy a drink and I think it's not bad to do that. Like I think when you start to take it too seriously to the point where it's like you're not having fun, you're not engaging in like college activities, it just becomes like it's more of like a chore and a job. Like it's like we're here, also to like dominate and everything too, but it's like let's have a great experience as well. So
I'm not gonna do names because I don't want to bring anybody in, but I've had so many athletes telling me the same thing.
Yeah.
Right. So many people tell me when I'm off season, sometimes even when I'm on season, I want to do a night a week in which I have a drink or two, and I want to have a good time.
Yeah.
And I've heard athletes, even here at UGA, but outside of UGA too, telling me, if I don't do that, I don't perform as good.
no, it's honestly true. Like even after this past meet, you talk about me being beaten. All I said to my friend,
No. Keep going. I'll explain what I'm thinking.
I just wanted a nice, like, huge frozen margarita. That's what I said. I was like, I just got my record broken. What would hit right now is a mug. So
And did it stop? I mean, was it one marg?
yeah, usually it doesn't start with one. But I mean,
it
like,
starts with one.
The comp was done, and it's like, come on,
I
you
got
can
some
enjoy
ti- I
yourself
have
a
a
little
day to
bit.
recover.
Yeah.
We'll get the neurosauna back
Yeah.
home too, hop in that thing, gallon of water the next day.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm a javelin thrower. I don't need my lungs as much, and like everything else is as much as runners. So. Yeah, we're chilling.
Yeah. Beautiful. All right, we got to wrap up. Let's get into our game.
There's no fucking way it was that fast.
Yeah, we have.
Wow.
Yeah, sorry, I took
That was
a
so
lot
quick.
of,
No. It wasn't because of you. We're on a tight schedule today. We're making everything so that we fit on time. We got a little game for you. It's called UGA versus Texas. We ask you a question. You give us a quick answer, which is UGA or Texas.
Okay.
So, Mitchell, you start.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So UGA versus Texas. We're gonna go athletes.
Texas A&M.
Who has the hotter athletes?
Hotter athletes? See, the issue is here, we don't really have, like, we don't meet other athletes. Like, we don't have a dining hall that's collective or anything. So I don't really know many people.
You don't have Snapchat.
I'm not following all these little boys and be like, if they follow me back, oh my gosh, like, yeah.
So you're waiting for them to come to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. That's
You
a,
have
that's,
to be
that's a
chaser.
power
I'm not
move.
the chaser.
That's a power move.
Okay.
But yeah. Yeah, it's A&M. I just
Greek.
know more of them, so.
Fair. Greek life.
Georgia, for sure.
Tailgates.
Never been to a Georgia tailgate yet. Actually, I've been to one, an athlete one last year because we have our own tailgates that's at like the track, so it's very mediocre Powerades, like blah blah.
Oh,
like
it's
I haven't been to the
Powerades.
fun tailgates.
We'll
but
bring you to one.
Yours look awesome, so I would say Georgia.
No,
they
no.
look great.
You want to know the best part? You can go up to any tailgate and just be a part of it. You
That's
know how
so
easy
true.
that
Like,
is?
yeah.
And you have social skills? Oh, my, dude, you're going to be
Just talking
golden.
to anyone?
Yes. No, I remember I was bored one day before game day. My buddy,
Mm-hmm.
he had something going on. I'm like, all right, I'm going to make some friends. I went out there, and I was with this family for like 4 hours. And all I did was like, hey, do you guys have an extra chicken wing? And those 4 hours. Next
Start
thing
the
you know,
convo with food. Yeah.
yeah,
You end up best
100%. Or
buds
even just
after
like
that.
mention again, hey, do you mind if I watch this for a bit?
You know,
Like, oh, well, you want a beer? You want like, oh, come on, take this. Like, okay, bet.
Exactly.
There's something about families that come down here to Athens to watch games, and then families that come down here for family days or family weekends. I went the other day at Paulie's, and this man on his 50s, he's there with his wife. I talked to him for literally 1 minute. I swear I don't even remember what the conversation was about. He's like, "You're the son I never had."
You're just like,
I'm like, "Wow, that was deep."
This is amazing. I'm so happy I can be there together with you. It's like, okay.
that's serious.
Football.
Okay, Georgia. I know this is so bad. I liked the atmosphere better at A&M. I've only been to one night game at Georgia, but Georgia as a team, amazing. So I take Georgia as the team. But honestly, football days, Kyle Field's 110,000 fucking people, and it's like we're all chanting. We're all sure. I had one night game against Tennessee, pretty good. But I mean, honestly, the crowds at A&M.
So you think the stadium pulse is better at A&M?
Yeah, stadium feels obviously team Georgia all day, players, everything.
It
all day.
has to do with that cult-like following, though.
Yeah. So you have to be in it. If you're not in it, it's fucking weird. But if you're outside of it,
No,
it's like-
okay. I'm Georgia guy through and through, forever and always. I went to a South Carolina game. I have never seen a team suck for so long and seen such dedicated fans.
Exactly. It's the fan base. Like that's what I'm saying. Like
my God.
Georgia football, amazing. Like that's what I'm saying. 100% wins that. Coach Kirby Smart, it's hilarious listening to him coach the guys down the track. It's hilarious. But I mean, as an atmosphere itself, I do take Kyle Field right now. Sorry, maybe I don't know. I haven't been to the many night games.
Well,
so.
there's gonna be the best night game coming up of your entire life.
I
this
know
season.
Alabama.
Yeah.
So that I'm
Let's do
sure
it.
it'll just switch right then. So
We're in.
There you go. That's all you need. Because everyone says that Stanford Stadium at night is the best stadium to ever play at and the worst to play against.
yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, Alabama, it'll happen then. The switch will be made.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
If not. I mean, which fan base is more delusional?
A&M. Actually, I don't know. Georgia's fun with the barking. I love that shit. I thought it was so weird when I first got here, but lately I'm like, I just want to bark at
I
someone.
kind of thought it was weird too when I got here.
Yeah, it's
at the
odd. Like you
It
kind of
is.
like, I'm never doing that. That's what you say in your head. Like I know everyone's like, I'm never gonna do that, and then you're doing
And
it.
then you
one,
start doing it.
One Saturday at a game, one football game, you're like, oh.
I became a bulldog.
Exactly.
And that's the moment you realize I became a bulldog.
Yeah.
When you understand how to lock your window button is on the car is once you know you're like, I'm a Georgia Bulldog,
No,
dude.
real.
Because you're the DD, dog. You go. Some special individual sitting in my passenger seat or back seat, head out the window, barking.
Yeah,
like,
barking.
I'm like, what are you doing?
But I'm like, it's good.
Yeah, I
I'm
love
in
it.
Georgia.
It fires you
Yeah.
up, dude. Let's go.
Yeah, Stanford is the biggest reunion of psychopaths in the history of sports. If you had to wear one school's merch forever, which one would you
UGA.
choose?
Georgia, for sure. Red and black, are you kidding me? That's like my colors right there. For sure.
Beautiful. Love that.
Can't be
Dog
mad about
forever,
that.
yeah.
Thank you so much.
Of
Thank you so
course.
much.
Thanks for
Lianna Davidson,
chatting.
everybody.